What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Cerrone. I hope everybody's having a good day today so far. Enjoying your time at home if you're not able to go to work or school with your family during the quarantine. Stay safe and healthy, both physically and mentally. I'm going to continue reading, but I'm going to choose from a different book, Illegal Life of North Philly Story Reloaded, my first book. And I'll start in chapter 11 on page 133. One night in mid-September, Jaziel was in a particularly violent mood. Jaziel and Jose had been staking out a crack house on 7th Street and Pike Street for about 10 days, trying to figure out the patterns of the dealers who worked there. They had finally figured out that the best time to rob the crack house was when there seemed to be only one worker inside, which was between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning after several other dealers left. On that particular night, they were sitting across the street from the crack house in Jose's tinted Chevrolet Impala, watching the activity and smoking wet. On this night, just like the previous 10 nights, when 3 o'clock arrived, Jaziel and Jose watched as three young men exited the crack house. The one who remained had followed the three who had left the front door and out onto the stoop, as he had the other nights, looked up and down the block, waited for his associates to drive away, and then went back into the crack house and closed and locked the door. Now this is what we're going to do, Jaziel instructed. We're going to wait behind that truck right there, and when the next customer comes up, we're going to bum rush the door and run in there and take everything they got in there, you know what I mean? Jaziel and Jose exited the Impala and crept up behind the Ford Expedition that was parked directly in front of the crack house. They waited and watched for about 5 minutes until they noticed a gaunt older black woman with short, thin dreadlocks walking down 7th Street towards the crack house. She walked up the stoop and towards the front door. "This is it," Jaziel whispered excitedly. "Come on." The two young men quietly ran from behind the car, up the stoop, and on either side of the woman so they wouldn't be seen from the door's peephole. They had reached the woman just as she had knocked on the door, and she shrieked out of shock and fear. Jaziel pointed his revolver, which he had purchased from Pop, at the older woman's temple and raised his finger to his lips, indicating that she needed to be quiet. Shortly thereafter, the young man inside the crack house opened the front door. Jaziel and Jose pushed the older woman inside forcibly, and Jaziel grabbed the young man by the collar of his shirt and viciously hit him in the face with his gun 3 times, breaking the man's nose and knocking him to the ground. The young man who had answered the door with a pistol in his hand immediately dropped his gun, screaming in pain as blood gushed from his nose and his gun slid across the hardwood floor. "Get that gun, nigga," Jaziel commanded Jose. The young man scurried across the floor to try to retrieve the pistol before Jose had a chance to grab it. "Move again and I'll blow your damn head off," Jaziel barked as Jose retrieved the gun from the floor and put it on his waist. "Where's the money, motherfucker?" I'll tell you, y'all," the man stuttered in fear. Just don't shoot me." "Shit, man. I just came to get some rock," the older woman complained as she stomped her foot. "Shut the fuck up," Jaziel commanded the woman as he continued to grip her arm so she couldn't run away. The beaten and bloodied young man stood slowly to his feet and led Jaziel, Jose, and the woman into the kitchen of the house and opened the refrigerator. He pulled out 2 paper bags full of money and handed it to Jose as Jaziel's hands were full, holding his gun and the older woman as well. "That's it right there," the young man informed them. "That's what we made today so far, a little over 1,800. I just counted it." "Pop, pop, pop." "Thanks," Jaziel said coldly as he pumped 3 bullets into the young man's face without giving it a second thought. Jose jumped and the older woman screamed a blood-curdling shriek. "What's your problem, Jose? You always acting like a puta. Jumping and shit." "Yeah, I saw you." Jaziel poked fun at his twin. "You're too soft. Now go ahead and pop this old lady and toughen up." "What?" Jose asked in shock. "Yeah, we don't leave no witnesses, so put one in the head and let's get the fuck out of here." "Oh no, please no," the older woman begged. "I just came to get high. I have grandkids." "Then you shouldn't be smoking crack," Jaziel chuckled. "Please no, oh my God, no," the older woman began to sob and actually urinated on herself. "Yo, man, I ain't killing no lady, bro," Jose objected. "Oh, yes, you are," Jaziel commanded as he raised his gun and pointed it at his brother's head. "You're gonna get your first body tonight, motherfucker. Either you pop her or I'm gonna pop you." Jose shook his head in disgust and disappointment. His body began to tremble. Jose slowly raised his gun and pointed it at the woman, who dropped to her knees and sobbed even more heavily than she had been before. "Oh no, please don't do it," she pleaded. Please no, young man." Pop! The single gunshot to a temple from Jose's revolver stopped the woman's begging and sobbing immediately and melted the dreadlocks to the side of her head. "Good job, Jose." "Fuck that and fuck you. I'm going to hell now." "Fuck it," Jaziel replied coldly. She was a crackhead anyway. "Fuck you, man. How the fuck you gonna threaten me like that?" Jose snapped. "You really lost your mind." "Oh, I wasn't really gonna shoot you, bro." Jaziel grinned as they got into the Impala and drove away. "You're my twin brother. I couldn't do that." "Oh, word?" Jose asked incredulously. "Of course. But at least now we know Pop sold us some decent guns." So that's an excerpt from Illegal Life, a North Philly Story Reloaded. You can buy this and my other titles. So I'll just go through them for you again. We have Illegal Life, a North Philly Story Reloaded, Illegal Life 2, Carl's Revenge, The Prodigal Son, Book 1, Suicide Tuesday, and of course, Hood Politics, a joint project for myself and Jermaine Cruz, aka Sam Rothstein, of Fiesta Bowl Entertainment. So make sure you stop by and visit paperchasepublications.com, the official Paper Chase Publications website. Perfect time to do it. Quarantine. Take a look. It's in the book, Reading is Gangster. There's a free preview of a few chapters of each of the books on the website, so you can read for free and see which one interests you the most. So thanks again for your time. Hope you enjoyed the preview, the excerpt reading, and let me know, and I'll continue to do it. Thanks a lot. Thanks again for your time. Have a good one.